Perhaps I should just make note that the Costa Rica operation shut down back in '93. You might recall the wee problem we experienced, only due, I might say, to sabotage.
What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. It looks like the entire Jurassic Park franchise is undergoing a lot of changes right now. Jurassic World Rebirth just got nominated for an Academy Award, and the Jurassic Park River Adventure in Orlando, Florida is closed down with a giant transformation on the horizon.
You're watching Jurassic Journal, the Jurassic Park Information Channel.
Okay, so the Jurassic Park River Adventure has been closed down for an 11-month refurbishment. The ride was closed on January 5th, and it's not going to be reopened until November 20th. Now, this shutdown is due to some much-needed maintenance that people have been saying the ride was in need of for like literally years. In fact, this is apparently a part of a time of maintenance that Universal Orlando is using to fix a lot of problems in the park. And just to put things into perspective, this is actually really important for the films and franchise as a whole. I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but the original Jurassic Park ride that opened in 1996 actually cost more money to make than the first Jurassic Park movie, with that film's budget being a little over $60 million and the theme park attraction being over $100 million. And this is one of the things that I think people don't really understand about the Jurassic Park movies and how they relate to the real world, because Jurassic Park is one of the most influential theme park tourist attraction sites for people that have been around and alive for like the last 30 years. You know, people in my age group who love these movies love going to see the dinosaurs and all of that stuff in the theme parks. And I mean, you gotta think about it. We're talking about a movie based around a dinosaur theme park that goes horribly wrong. So of course, you want to go have fun at a mock-up version of the theme park if you've got the chance and are a fan of the stuff you saw in the film. If you haven't been able to go or don't know what to expect, recently I actually went to the Orlando resort at Islands of Adventure with my wife on our honeymoon, and that whole place will just blow you away if you love these movies. Now, with Jurassic World Rebirth getting nominated for an Oscar and the financial success that came along with it, one of the first things that I think some people might have pop up in their mind could be that the ride is getting a little bit of stuff added to it from the river raft scene from the new movie. But I don't really think that's what's going on here at all. And the biggest rumor, or I guess theory, that I've seen people give for this shutdown is that Jurassic Park's River Adventure might just get completely transformed into something else. So, is this River Adventure ride in Orlando going to go away and become another Jurassic World the ride, like what happened in Hollywood? That's the most popular theory I've seen talked about online when it comes to people worrying about what could happen. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't think so personally. And the reason I say that is because, look, when I went to the park with my wife, I straight up asked someone that worked there, and they told me back when Universal rebranded the ride in Hollywood, there was a ton of promotional material and advertising that was being transparent with the fact that it was going to be transformed into a Jurassic World ride and abandon all the old Jurassic Park stuff. And that's just not happening with this one at all. You can literally walk by and they've got a bunch of Jurassic Park logos, color schemes, and everything like that with it. Now, the guy did tell me that they truly don't know what's going on behind the scenes over there, but if they were changing it to Jurassic World, we probably would have seen all of that branding change the same way we saw it go down in California a few years ago, and that's just not what's happening here at all, guys. They're keeping the Jurassic Park aesthetic and colors primarily, so I don't really think the change is going to be that massive at all. And you know what else, guys? Jurassic Park rides have a ton of footage of John Hammond talking about how he opened up the park on Isla Aventura and how this is a big deal and they're happy about how this all turned out. All of that stuff would make for the perfect setup for a brand new movie.
And incorporates safety features that will ensure a Costa Rica incident could never happen again.
Think about it. Right before Hammond died, he got everything together to put a new park up for the public, and then the events of the River Adventure itself, and like, you know, when you ride the ride, you could be a part of a maintenance team that was trying it out on the boat, and you get knocked off course while the carnivores are escaping, and that could be a missing puzzle piece to tie the Hammond from the end of the Lost World, with the idea of John Hammond's dying wish being to open up a Jurassic Park, like what we hear Simon Masrani say in Jurassic World.
Ay, why didn't I build in Orlando?
I don't know, it's just an idea that I think would make for a fun little hybrid movie if they ever wanted to take the idea of the theme parks, which do have Richard Attenborough footage that they could seamlessly put at like the beginning of a new Jurassic Park movie, and just explain that, yep, Hammond wanted to open up a park like in the late 90s before he died, and this was the final thing that made him say, no, 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 these animals must be left alone and we can't be anywhere near them. Peter Ludlow would have run with the idea, or maybe Simon Masrani ran with the idea to open Jurassic World. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do here, and look, that's just why I think these rides are so cool and important, and why I think Universal is going to be paying super close attention to keeping them up to date and well for the public.
And now, prepare yourself for the adventure of a lifetime.
Still, as far as dinosaurs go, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about there. When this stuff happened in Hollywood a few years ago, Jurassic World's ride got rid of the Ultrasaurs and replaced them with screens of a Mosasaurus. They got rid of the Psittacosaurs too, unfortunately, but that's because the ride and River Adventure take place on like different locations. They're not on Isla Nublar, and Jurassic World is based firmly on Isla Nublar. So they changed a lot of stuff with all of the ride actually, and it kind of made for a completely different experience. The animatronics were super old for these dinosaurs though. Like back when that update happened in 2018 and 2019, they really needed it. And I've heard loads of people say the exact same thing about the dinosaurs at the Florida resort. So yeah, I'm guessing they need that upgrade too. And I can imagine that brand new animatronics for stuff like the Ultrasaurs, or maybe even making them into Brachiosaurs or something, could happen to the River Adventure. But again, I don't really know. A lot of people seem to believe that it's going to be a brand new thing. But you see, the problem with the whole attraction right now is that the animatronic effects that have been used for the Jurassic Park ride have been in water and constant use for a very long time. Islands of Adventure opened in 1999, so these dinosaurs have been around for like 26 years. And obviously there's updates that have come out for computer equipment, new systems they could use to feature cool stuff in the ride, and possibly even a change in presentation itself. All that stuff seems necessary. So yeah, I think they're definitely doing some kind of update, but I don't think it's going to stop being Jurassic Park anytime soon. Now, if it did change into Jurassic World the ride and they put in the Indominus Rex and the Mosasaurus screens and everything, I actually think a lot of people wouldn't like that, and I think it would kind of be unnecessary right now, especially because the movies have more or less left that era behind and are going for more of the classic ideas at the moment. Also, we need to talk about the budget that we've got going on for this new refurbishment and the time in which it's getting closed. So like I said at the beginning of the video, it cost Universal over $100 million to make Jurassic Park the ride when it first came out in 1996. And this new refurbishment is only going to be $15 million in today's money. Now, the retheming for Jurassic World the ride, yeah, that took a really long time too, but it was also because they had to do stuff like bring in Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, and BD Wong. They shot brand new footage with these guys, and there was a whole thing with the Mosasaurus screens and the Indominus animatronics, and they had Blue running around. All of that stuff had to cost a lot more money than just $15 million. Some people say the retheme cost like $100 million by itself, but I don't know if I can confirm if that's true or not, so I'm not gonna even go there. Now, when we spent time at Universal Orlando, we had a blast walking through all the Jurassic Park resorts, and honestly, even though they've got the Velocicoaster there, which is firmly based in the Jurassic World era, everything else is 100% Jurassic Park. I really don't think they're going to change it that much, except for doing some sort of needed maintenance for the animatronics. But I also think that one of the reasons they're making sure this stuff looks as good as it does is because with Jurassic World Rebirth getting this Academy Award nomination, with the new movie still being profitable even after the Jurassic World trilogy, they're probably going to head in more of this direction to make people excited about old school Jurassic Park stuff again. So when you come to watch a new movie, or when you come to just visit the park and act like you're in Isla Aventura, it's going to have the dinosaurs super fast and spitting at you and roaring and getting up out of the water the way they would have in the 1990s. And that's a good thing. You know, Hollywood can keep a lot of the Jurassic World stuff. Florida can keep a lot of the Jurassic Park era stuff. What I'd like to see done with the River Adventure, and I think this is what most people want, is for the dinosaurs to just get a major upgrade and feel realistic with hydraulic and air hose effects that make the animals more lively and fast. This is supposed to be Isla Aventura, so animals like Ultrasaurus and Psittacosaurus should definitely show up and be more lively. I'd also like to see if they could add something to make the Parasaurolophus a little more active as well. And look, especially with the raptors, you want those guys to move and at least bite or jump or something. I don't know. Now, as far as adding in additional species to the park, I don't think they have the budget to do that, but Allosaurus or Carnotaurus, that'd be kind of cool, as well as Triceratops. I'd love to see more Triceratops. In fact, the Triceratops especially, because it used to have its whole section of the island that it's just not there anymore. And the whole goal of this place is to make you feel like you're in a real Jurassic Park. And look, my wife and I love this place, so more of this stuff is always something we would enjoy, and I'm sure we're not alone. I'm telling you guys, if you really want a good experience, you need to go to the park in Orlando, because that place is awesome. Walking through the Discovery Center and seeing all the dinosaur skeletons the way they look in the first movie, and even seeing the old mural that Greg Pro made before The Lost World is still really amazing. You even have the artwork of the camouflaging Carnotaurus from the second novel there, and the old stuff with Mr. DNA, and living that authentic Jurassic Park experience. It's always super fun. And that's also why I don't think they're going to retheme the river adventure to Jurassic World instead of keeping it just to Jurassic Park. Universal has done this kind of thing before with Spider-Man, where they updated the stuff inside of the ride to be a bit more modern, and I think that's what we can expect to see for Jurassic Park. Just take what the old one did and bring it up to speed with the modern age, which is exactly what I think people would love to see the most. I personally don't want to see the river adventure change to Jurassic World, because I think it would be cool to keep the old school aesthetic and vibe for the future. But I do think that the ride needs to be updated in order to make it as good as it was when it first opened in 1999. With all of that being said, guys, what do you think about this stuff? What are your thoughts on the Jurassic Park river adventure? Do you think that it's going to get radically changed for Jurassic World? Or do you think this is just a much needed refurbishment to bring it into the modern age and to keep things going in a really cool direction? Velocicoaster is one of the most popular things ever at Universal, and I know for a fact that with all of this attention given to Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park movies, they want to make sure that all of this stuff stays as well pleasing to fans as it possibly can be. But hey guys, whatever your own thoughts and opinions happen to be on the subject matter, I'd love to hear all about them in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank everyone that's helped me build my channel over the years. I'd also like to thank every one of you guys who've watched my stuff. You've all been extremely cool to me. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and hope that you'll consider subscribing. God bless you all. Christ is King. See you guys in the next video, and as always, take it easy.